This is just a short, quick tutorial about how importing images works, and maybe a little, you can also create certain images as well. If you put images in the right folder, then they will appear in the import menu. So on the left controller, if you choose import, you get the import where you can import many different multimedia assets. And one of them is under other is called image. So we've already selected that. And there we see we've got one image here. If I choose that, we get a preview of it. And if I say accept, it'll import it into the scene. And we have a very blank scene here, so we don't need to look at video, we're just looking at images. So if I say accept, there we are, it's appeared behind us, and we have a window with that image in. And that can be zoomed in and out. I can get pretty close and walk up to it, look at the pixels almost, and I can shrink it back down, and I can move that anywhere I want just by dragging it with the grip, by pointing, and with both controls at the same time I am moving in and out and zooming in and out. So that's the basic function of the image. There's nothing else we can do except pin it in case. So now it can't be moved if we wanted to pin it. Otherwise all we can do is close it. We can open up multiple copies of the same image, so I could import that one again. So there we have again the same image. For some reason I might want it very close and far away at the same time. And I can import any number of images into the scene. They can be animated as well, but that's pretty much the basic functions of importing images into. When you have a 360 video and a bunch of other clips, you might want to have an image of something, a map, or some still images of something important. But there are, besides these, there are other ways to create. I'll just get rid of those. There are other ways to create images as well. You can create it, for example, from the screenshot. If I clicked on screenshot here, it would take a 360 shot of everything that we see in the scene. And if we had those images and other objects too, they would also be there. And that is an equirectangular format. What we can also do is go down to keyframe sequencer. That's another tutorial which will create images for certain keyframes into the future. And then we also have the comic creator, and that will also create panel sequences of panels in a comic format with speech bubbles, and those you can also export to disk so that you have a copy of each panel exactly as it is. So those are ways that you can use to create image formats inside AVA. That was it, just a nice quick tutorial, and you can try it yourself in any of the projects that we have, if there's an image available and it's in the right folder. So you can use JPEG format, PNG format, or GIF format. All of those should work, unless there's a specific reason why not, because of some format issue about importing. But pretty much all formats will work.